My dear students, in this particular class, we shall see the subject-verb agreement. We know when we write or when we speak, it is important that we use the correct form of the verb. And the basic rule is if the subject is singular, the verb has to be singular. Take for example, Ayushman eats mangoes. In this example, Ayushman is the noun, is the subject, which is a singular, and the verb eats is also singular. It has to be in that particular way. So also, if the subject is plural, the verb has to be plural. Example, students eat mangoes. Here, students, the subject is plural. Eat, the verb is also plural. Therefore, the basic rule regarding subject-verb agreement is that if the subject is singular, verb has to be singular. If the subject is plural, then the verb has to be plural. Dear students, let us go to the first example, first rule, which says when two or more singular subjects connected by the conjunction and then we have to use plural verb. Ayushman and his friend have gone to the shop. Here the rule says if two or more singular subject, here subject number one, here subject number two. So two subjects are here connected by the conjunction and then what should be the verb form? It should be plural form. When two or more singular subjects connected by a conjunction and the verb has to be in plural. That is what this rule number one says. Therefore, Ayushman and his friend have gone to the shop. Here the verb has to be in plural form. Rule number two says we have to use singular verb when two or more singular subjects preceded by each and every connected by the conjunction and. Look at when two or more singular subjects here, once again singular subjects, but it is preceded by each or every, then and is connected by the conjunction and, then the verb has to be in a singular. The verb has to be in singular. Each man and every woman, man, these are the subjects connected by and preceded by every, was tested at the airport. Was tested at the airport. Was tested is the verb here, is in the passive form. It is a singular form used here because every and then connected by the conjunction and. Take another example. Each participant and each guide was given accommodation in the campus. Each participant preceded by each and connected by the conjunction and, participant, guide, these are singular noun, singular, and therefore we have to use the singular verb. We have to use singular verb when two or more subjects preceded by each and every connected by the conjunction. All the conditions are fulfilled here. Therefore, this rule says when a two or more singular subjects connected by and is preceded by, preceded means just before, by every or each, the verb has to be in singular form. Rule number three says when two singular nouns refers to the same person or thing, two singular nouns referring to the same person or thing, then the verb is in singular. Take for example, the poet and singer is coming to our place. The poet is the same and he is the singer himself. The poet and singer, that is to say the singer is the poet or poet is the singer. They are not. Here take note, here there is only one article used, the poet and singer, not the poet and the singer. Then they become two different entities, two different persons. But here only one and the same, because the article is only once used, and therefore verb has to be in singular. And that is what the example says: the poet and the singer is coming to our place. Is a singular used here. Is coming is the verb there. Next, when two singular nouns refer to two different persons or things and is connected by a conjunction and then we use the verb in plural form. Yeah, just now we have seen how if it is a singular noun and if they are one entity, one person, here the poet and the singer, two articles are used here, and therefore it should be two persons. It is joined by a conjunction, and therefore the verb has to be in plural form. The poet and the singer are coming to our place. Rule number 5 says, when two subjects together expresses one idea, then the verb is in singular. Rule number 5 says, when two subjects together expresses one idea, then the verb is in singular. The verb has to be in the singular form. For example, bread and water is his staple diet. Bread and water is one and the same idea. What is the idea? Idea of having maybe breakfast, maybe food, maybe dinner, whatever is that. It is one and the same idea of having food is the staple, his staple diet. These are his normal food. So bread and butter referring to one idea, therefore the verb has to be in singular form. Law and order is the main problem in the village. So law and order is one and the same, bringing order into the village, bringing kind of orderliness in the society, in that particular village. That is the main problem. So one and the same, people following the law, then order will come. So order and law, these are complementary to one another, one and the same idea, and therefore the verb has to be in singular. Rule number 6 says, when two or more singular subjects connected by or, nor, either or, neither nor, then the verb is in singular. The verb is in singular when it is connected by or, either or, neither nor, and the subject has to be singular. Singular subjects. For example, Akhilesh and his friend has to complete his work. This connected by or, Akhilesh singular, his friend is singular, and therefore verb has to be singular. Verb has to be singular because the connecting word or is there. Both are singular. It means either of them, one of them has to complete the work. Either Akhilesh or his friend has to complete the work. See, here either or is used. The verb is singular form. This is singular subject, this is also singular subject. Neither Rakesh nor Lokesh has gone from the company. Neither Rakesh nor Lokesh has gone from the company. Here once again verb is in singular because it is connected by neither nor and two singular subjects are used. So the rule says, if anything is used, two singular subjects are connected by or nor or either or neither nor, then the verb is in singular form. Rule number 7 says, when subjects of different numbers are connected by or, nor, either or, neither nor, then the verb is in plural. So the difference here, the subjects of different numbers, that is to say, here the plural subject is used. Plural subject is used. At least one subject will be in the plural form. Then the plural subject is nearer to the verb. See, subjects of different numbers means more than one number. For example, Akhilesh and his friends have to complete the work. Here, his friends, this is a plural. The plural subject has to be where? It has to be closer to the verb. Either Akhilesh or his friends have to do the work. Here, either or is used, Akhilesh and his friends. Again, his friends, plural form, is used closer to the verb, which is have, and have is the plural form of has, we already know. Neither Rajesh nor his workers have come from the company. Here, his workers is a plural form, and therefore it is connected by neither nor. The verb has to be in the plural, and the subject, plural subject, has to be closer to the verb, and so all the conditions are fulfilled, therefore the verb is in plural. Rule number 8: when subjects differing in numbers or persons or both connected by and then the verb is in plural. When subjects differing in numbers, so different numbers means maybe pronouns, different pronouns we take it, or the subjects are in more than one, or persons both connected by and. It is the connecting word is the and. Again a conjunction is used, then the verb is plural. For example, you, he and I are members of the same company. You, he and I. These are differing numbers. First person, this second person, this third person. So here second person, third person and first person. That's the order when it is something noble is said, something that is good about is said. You, he and I. Now I are members of the same company. Verb has to be plural. Verb has to be plural. You and I, you, he and I are members of the same company. You and he were making a toy. You and he were making a toy. You and he making a toy. So my dear students, rule number 9 says when subjects differing in numbers or persons or both connected by or nor, either or, neither nor, then the verb agrees with the one nearest to it. Take for example, either he or I am at fault. So here he and I differing in numbers. The subjects differing in numbers, this is the third person, this is the first person, and is connected by either or. Is connected by either or, then the verb has to be the one nearest to it. The verb has to be one nearest to it, which is the verb here am. So either he or I am. Am is the verb at fault. Another example, neither he nor you are to blame. Neither he, you, these are differing in numbers. This is a third person, the second person connected by neither nor. So all the conditions are fulfilled here. Therefore, the verb has to be the one nearest to it, are. The verb are is nearest to it. You takes the plural form always. So you are to blame. Rule number 10 says nouns singular in form but plural in meaning. They are actually singular in form but meaning is plural in meaning. Then we have to use plural verb. For example, the police are looking for clues to trace the culprit. So the police is actually not as it is in singular form, but meaning is the entire police force, the police people. That is the meaning. So here the meaning is in plural, therefore the verb has to be in plural. People in the village are building a new road. So the people here, people in the village, people is actually plural, more than one person. So here the verb has to be in plural. 1 dozen bananas cost 50 rupees, 1 dozen bananas. Singular in form, 1 dozen means singular in form, but plural in meaning, more than 1 banana. So it is plural verb is used. Cost is the plural form, is a singular form is cost. S is to be added. So here this is a plural form once again used. The staff have given an ultimatum to his boss. So here the staff is actually plural in meaning, plural meaning, the members of the staff. The staff members have given an ultimatum to the boss. Ultimatum means the last warning, final warning to the boss. The next rule says, rule number 11, nouns plural in form but singular in meaning. Plural form of the noun, but in fact they are singular in meaning. They use singular verb. For example, good news is always welcome. Here the verb is singular because singular in meaning. Good news means any news, that is good news. Politics is a dirty game. Politics is a dirty game. They are actually plural in form, just opposite of the previous rule. It's a plural in form, but meaning is taken into consideration. Politics means it's only singular in form, singular in meaning. The form is plural. Physics, we know it is one subject, is an interesting subject. Physics is an interesting subject, therefore the verb has to be in singular form. Rule number 12 says, words joined with, together with, or as well as verb agrees with the first subject. For example, the teacher with all the students, with all the students, with is joined. We are using the word with to join. The teacher with all the students of his class has signed the letter. So here verb agrees with the first subject. Which is the first subject? The teacher. So this teacher, this is the first subject, and that is why it is a singular, and then the verb has to be in singular. They with their teacher need to work hard. They is the subject. With is that again we are using joining. With their teacher need to work hard. So they with their teacher, there is plural, therefore the verb has to be in plural form. Rule number 13 says, subject is a relative pronoun, agrees in number and person with the antecedent of the relative pronoun. Very interesting example. I am the girl. We have no problem here. Here a relative pronoun comes who has won the gold medal. I am the girl who has won the gold medal. Here the pronoun, relative pronoun who, is standing for the girl, and so therefore the relative pronoun agrees with the number and persons with the antecedent of the relative pronoun. What is this who standing for? The girl, and therefore the verb has to be the girl has, singular form. I am the man who shuns popularity. Here who standing for a man. I am a man who shuns popularity. Rajesh is one of those men who take those men, one of those men. So here standing for those men, taking plural form, advantage of others. You who are my driver should wait for me. You who are, who is this you? My driver. You who are my driver should wait for me. Rule number 14. A collective noun when it refers to the collection of as a whole. The verb used here is singular. The collective noun when it refers to a collection as a whole. For example, the crew was large. The crew is standing for a one thing. as a whole, collection of the entire crew members. The jury has given the verdict. The jury standing for all the members of the jury has given the verdict. So therefore, it is to be used in singular form. When we come back, we will see some more subject rules regarding subject verb agreement. Till then, stay safe and learn easily.